Hello everyone. Today we are going to read the best Christmas present in the world. Michael Morporge is the author. This is class 8 chapter from Honeydew. Let's see who receives the best Christmas present and who gives the best Christmas present. And this is actually going to be a really touching and emotional story. World War I. You can see the pictures. The soldiers are actually hiding in the trenches, and some soldiers are working in the field. And in the third picture, you can see that when US dropped the 2 atomic bombs on Japan. And in the fourth picture, we can see soldiers are playing football. About author Michael Andrew Morporge is an English book author, poet, playwright who is known best for children's novels such as War House. He lived next to bomb site and saw how war destroyed everything. Through his novels, he wants people to understand the absolute futility of war. Aim of the chapter: to understand the importance of peace. Introduction: the lesson describes Christmas celebration in the midst of World War I in 1914. It reflects upon the longing of the soldiers to reunite with their families. Now, these are the new words: spotted it, saw it, or found it, scorch marks, burn marks, restore, repair, Fritz, a name for German soldiers, Tommy, a name for British soldiers, muddle-headed, confused, suffused with glow of happiness spread all over the face. Here is the story summary. Michael Morporge, that is the author, had purchased a roll-top desk from junk shop, which was from the mid-19th century. So children, junk shop is a shop where used items are sold. It was in a bad condition with scorch marks, that is burn marks. He started its repairing on Christmas Eve. He pulled out one of the drawers and discovered a secret drawer in it. He noticed a small tin box inside. Sellotape to the top of it was a piece of paper. Written on it in shaky handwriting was Jim's last letter, received January 25, 1915. Inside the box was an envelope containing the letter addressed to Mrs. Jim McPherson. The letter was written by Jim McPherson, who was the captain of British Army on December 26, 1914, to his wife Connie. The letter described that England and Germany were engaged in war, but on Christmas morning they celebrated Christmas by eating, laughing, talking, drinking and singing carols. They played football match in which Germans won. Hans Wolff, who was the captain of German army, discussed the uselessness of war as it benefits no one. In the letter, Jim also promised his wife that he would return soon as nobody wanted war. The author decided to return the letter to Connie. The author reached the Bridport and got to know that her house was burned. She was shifted to Burlington House nursing home. He went the nursing home and it was Christmas. Connie was now 101-year-old lady in a confused state of mind. He wished her Merry Christmas, gave her the tin box. Her eyes lit up. She thought Jim had come back as he had promised in his letter. She assumed the narrator to be Jim and even kissed his cheek. The thought that her Jim had returned from the war was the best Christmas present for Connie. Now, this is the moral of the story. The war brings only destruction and sadness in the world. Only path of peace will lead us to the happiness and welfare of mankind. This is the mind map. Jim McPherson is the captain of British Army, young school teacher, not in favor of war, brave and courageous, had a loving wife Connie, and he even died fighting World War One. This is Hans Wolff mind map. He is captain of British troops. He is a good cello player in orchestra. He is a good English speaker. He had a passion for books and football. He is not in favor of war. This is Connie's mind map. Connie is 101-year-old lady and she loved her husband Jim. She was a good baker and she lived in a nursing home and she is a bit muddle-headed at this age. Children, I want to end this story with Martin Luther thought, love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. Thank you.